still works with everyone. It's just you might get a couple more people to go, well, if that's what their video is, they might look pretty cool. But again, I like the back now footage. I think it helps make things a little bit more impressive.
Yeah, I was going to say, it might get the casuals in.
Yeah.
They
Better get another can of Red Bull.
Are you ready to get loud for this second half of Plex Wrestling? I've already heard you do better than that tonight. I said, are you ready to get loud? The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. And introducing his opponent, and I assure you it's not him.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I got a feeling that this match is going to be the old speed versus power game. We got the big man in Mr. Hollywood, Shane Stevens, making his first time appearance here in Plex Wrestling against the fast and very agile Oliver Peace.
And also, you've got the experience factor overall of Shane Stevens there.
I'm not going to lie, this one member of the audience is really winding me up.
Well, he's getting the rest of the audience into it.
What is
there
it
you
with
go.
these people saying chicken? What is it? What are they malnutrition? It's like, what's going on?
Maybe they're just fan of poultry birds. But regardless of however you put it, I think we clearly know who the people favour and don't favour. And Shane Stevens, it's get it from the kids at ringside. I think we've just been transported back to the 90s there. Yeah, well.
It's like a universal reaction to Shane Stevens, I think.
I don't know why. He's such a good guy. I think he just, like, people seem to think he's horrible. He's really nice.
Well, he's obviously not endearing himself very well here.
I mean, look, he wants to be fashionable like Peace. He's not making fun of him. That's what people think he's doing, but he's not. He's endearing.
I don't know why, but Shane Stevens was just reminding me there of Adrian Street.
I'll agree with you on that one, definitely. This is really irritating. Really irritating.
Irritating, yes, but it's certainly getting to Shane Stevens.
See, Mr. Hollywood knows how to wind the audience up just as much as the audience can wind him up.
Well, the head games have already started for the start of this one. And so far, I would say 15 love to Oliver Peace.
I disagree, but fine. Match is underway.
All right. This is what Shane Stevens will probably have to do in this one. He will probably have to take the crowd out of this match, because if Peace keeps up that momentum from the people, I think his speed and agility can overcome Shane's technique and power. Ross, what do you think?
I agree.
I just want to say this now. Peace is now my new favourite wrestler because he told that audience member to stop doing that. Brilliant. He's now my new favourite.
And not to mention
Oh,
not to mention he looks like he stole your...
Look at Shane Stevens, it's getting to him.
That's some nice press-ups.
That is impressive. I couldn't do that even when I was training regularly.
I usually pay someone to pick me up and put me back down again. It's much easier.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Plex Wrestling. Marcus Fair, Ross Breffett and Dal Jones at the ringside for you.
Hello.
I'm just distracted by that crowd audience member.
See, you think the audience is getting to Shane. I think Shane's getting to the audience, and they're having a
Well, look at
react.
that expression on his face. I think it is getting to him.
He's Mr. Hollywood. He's an actor. He's winding the audience up. I think the audience are being wound up.
If you've ever watched a wrestling show before, ladies and gentlemen, if you sometimes wonder why the wrestlers do this, really wind up the crowd at ringside, it's because you can get a psychological advantage. I mean, look at Shane Stevens on his face. Yeah, there we go. He's down on his knees. The crowd of Aldershot have broken him down, and now the momentum is on Oliver Peace's side.
No, it's really good acting. He deserves an Oscar. Look, he's Mr. Hollywood.
We're going to find out in a minute. And I think that says the story of this match already. If Shane Stevens is to win, he's got to take the audience out of this match, in fact, in favour of Oliver Peace. Because if Peace has this crowd behind him throughout the whole match, then he will have the momentum he will need to see him through. Like I said earlier, there's something about the crowd being on your side. It pumps you up. It drives you mad. It pushes you further. I mean, look at what Lance Lawrence did. Okay, he lost, but look how far he went. But there we go. Power game. This is what Shane Stevens has to do. He's got to take out the crowd. He's got to dominate Oliver Peace with his power. And more importantly, he's got to keep him on the mat. Peace cannot use his speed or his agility in this match if Shane Stevens is to win.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Here we are with the tie-up and Shane Stevens with the power advantage there.
Well, unlike you, Dal, I'm paid to be impartial.
Okay, you want some impartial comments? Okay, firstly, I'm just going to say this. I've locked up with Mr. Hollywood, and I'm not going to lie to you again. It's like running into a brick wall. He is just solid. But Peace, on the other hand, he's a very, technically minded, as we can see now. You think you've got a hold on him, and then out of nowhere, you're in the same hold. He's so phenomenal, so fantastic. But Mr. Hollywood, moves like that we've just seen, people think he can't wrestle. They think it's all power. They think it's all gym. But look at that technique.
It looks like the game of what-upmanship is continuing between the two. First with the crowd, now with the wrestling holds. And so far it's been pretty even, but Peace currently gets the advantage. Nice, taking the bigger man over. Nice technique there by Peace. Drops the leg onto the arm, follows out with the cover. More of a wear-down cover there. Peace now trying to control the head and the arm, but that may not be a good idea against a man of Stevens' size. It gets pushed into the corner. Clean break.
Wow. Look at that sportsmanship right there.
Rare for Shane Stevens.
Okay, I'm starting to believe you now that it's not acting. I think you are right. The audience are getting to Mr. Hollywood.
That's what he has to do in this match. He's got to take him out. He's got to take the audience factor out of this match and the momentum away from Peace as he pushes him into the corner again. Power advantage clearly on Shane Stevens' side. We have one clean break where we get a second.
Wow.
Okay, fair enough.
2 clean breaks in a row there from Shane Stevens.
Now, you've been in the ring before, good sir. When you're in there, would you say that you can easily take out the audience of your mind? Is it easy, would you say?
In all honesty, no. What you have to do is you have to put the pressure on, beat your opponent down, and give the crowd something not to cheer for.
Pinning combination 1, 2.
Thank you, Ross. But at the moment, Peace has the control, and he's doing it not via speed or agility like I expected. He's doing it by wrestling.
Oh, pinning combination 1, 2.
And Dal, this is something I think even you will agree with. An old saying in the business, doesn't matter how big or powerful you are, you're all the same size down on the mat.
Annoyingly, I have to agree with you.
And there we go. There's more like the Shane Stevens that we all know and don't love.
I do. Look at that, great technique.
This is Shane's first appearance in Plex Wrestling, and I think he's given the Aldershot crowd the full MO of what he's about. Peace tried to flip out. Didn't quite make it. Recovered well with a beautiful drop kick.
That was almost to the throat. Shane wobbling round. Big body slam coming, yeah!
Peace actually showing some power here. Do you think this could be the continuation of the head games? Peace using power moves against Stevens. Think about it. The crowd's with Peace. It's getting to Stevens in his mind. And now Peace is actually not outpowering him per se, but using his power over him to form dominance.
I couldn't agree more. What do you think, Ross?
Shane Stevens nailed Oliver Peace there.
Now there we go. The crowd is starting to go silent, and this is what Stevens has to do. He has to quiet them down. He has to dominate. He has to wind Peace down. He has to wear him out, and he has to normally there's 2 ways to really win.
Oh,
That's not one of them.
I think he broke a finger.
Shane Stevens chopping the ring post there.
Don't pander to these morons. Or I just want to remind people the edge of the ring is the hardest part of the ring. Every time you hit that side, that darn well hurts.
Referee Martin Raymondson letting it go.
He's counting. I think he's up to 8.
Got to watch out for that count out piece.
Well,
Gotta
let's
get
have a
back
look,
into the
crowd
ring.
participation.
That is really
Come on,
annoying.
Pace.
Oh, please
Referee
no.
Martin Leveson letting it go.
Shally!
He will.
Nasty chop there.
Peace again, getting the crowd on his side, and thus the momentum and the advantage. Shane Stevens quieted him down, took over for a while, but now it's all Peace again. As I said, normally in wrestling matches, there are two normally good solid ways to finish. One, wait for your opponent to make that one mistake and capitalise, or two, hard hits, take him straight out. And I think Shane Stevens, that's what he's going to have to do here. He's going to have to quieten the crowd down and knock Peace out. But he's not going to do it when the offense is on Peace's side.
Building up momentum. Big back elbow. There we go. Go on, Shane.
Big boots there by Shane
Nicely
Stevens.
done. Look at that. That was stylish.
I will not doubt the man's ability. He is he's agile for a big man. But he gets caught out by Peace again, and now he's in a little uncomfortable position.
I think that might have rumbled a couple of Golden Globes there.
Mr. Hollywood's more like gone to cheap rated budget movie.
Straight to DVD.
Stevens off the top. Beautiful missile drop kick.
So much power.
Waiting for
behind
Peace
that.
to get up. There's the power coming in there with the leaping clothesline. Now this has been weird. It's been kind of like a bit of a role reversal. It's been the speedster using power and technique with crowd momentum, and it's been Stevens with the flying and the agility. It's kind of like reverse role reversal, reverse psychology.
I couldn't agree more. It's a very, very good point. But I almost wonder, although you joked earlier about Mr. Hollywood having a bit of an ego, I wonder if Peace has a bit of an ego. I almost wonder if they're trying to outdo each other in each other's game. Just to go, look how good I am.
Well, Stevens is going back to his original game. He's going back to power. The only thing you're good with, Dow, is your wallet. But this is beautiful technique. That was a good 10 to 15 seconds in the air, and Peace goes down hard onto the mat. Now this is Shane Stevens' forte, the power game. This is what he's got to do. He's got to take the crowd out, and he's got to knock Peace out.
You can see he's ignoring the whole crowd now. Off the ropes. Big
Big clothesline.
running into a brick wall, I'm telling you guys.
Again, I won't lie, what I cannot deny, he is doing what he does best, and that's power, and that is technique from Mr. Hollywood, Shane Stevens. Shame he's not endearing himself to the crowd and Aldershot very well, but at the moment, that is exactly what is giving Shane Stevens his advantage.
I think you can see it on the camera there. The amount of pressure that is on Peace's neck, just wrenching away, slowly stopping the breathing, slowly putting pressure on.
And another thing that I've noticed as well, as Peace starts to fight out, hits the ropes, takes one to the mush, and down you go. So far, this match, I would actually say it's not been that much of a match, because not a wrestling match. This has been a game of one-upsmanship. I mean, even if he's called for the final cut already.
He absolutely is.
Shane Steve, yeah, this is a game of one-upsmanship. Something you might have also noticed, Shane hasn't really been doing his usual dirty, underhanded tactics in this match. He's been cheeky, but not necessarily underhanded. Here comes for the final cut setup. Peace gets out of there, though.
Reversal by Peace.
Sliced bread attempt, maybe. Back suplex position. Peace flips over and out. Sliced bread again, sends him off the ropes. Ducks the elbow. Goes for the head scissors, spins around. Stevens
Lovely
goes
mix.
down. But no, this match, not necessarily a wrestling match. This has been a fight. These men are trying to get one up on one another, and they're going for that knockout shot.
Absolutely. I mean, this match has been going on for a number of minutes now. You can see both men are slightly...
Wait a minute. RKO attempt.
Watch it, double underhook.
Oh, lovely suplex.
Nicely butterfly suplex there. Shane, you said earlier about people being master of a suplex. Now, Shane, with that amount of power, he can literally throw anyone he wants around that ring.
Well, that double underhook butterfly suplex, I believe that's a pattern move for Shane Stevens.
Luckily, I've not taken it. 'Cause we're good friends.
How good friends. Beautiful T-bone overhead suplex, and there we go. The crowd is down. They're silent. Stevens has taken the momentum away from Peace and is using his power to dominate, but it's still not enough yet to get the cover and the win. Ross, what's Shane Stevens got to do from this point forward? He's taken out the crowd. He's slowed the pace down to his power game. What's next for him?
He's got to isolate one body part and then just go to work on it, I think.
Well, the final cut, that powerbomb maneuver, so head and neck, possibly the back, would seem like the logical choice. And from that shot, it looks like he might be going for it. Well, let's see you do it, Stevens. Talk the talk, now walk the walk. Goes for another close line piece, counters, but gets caught. There's that power game. Nice, beautiful.
I don't know if you saw, but he nearly kicked the referee in the face with that.
Momentum, power. This is what Shane Stevens has to do as Peace kicks out again.
I'm impressed by Peace.
Don't lose your focus, Shane, and don't stand up to Martin Raymondson. He will have a go at you. He's not afraid to get in your face, mate.
Mr. Hollywood, I absolutely love what you're doing, but literally do not argue with the referee. He has the power to disqualify you.
And winner's share of the purse will not go to you, Mr. Hollywood.
Remember, it's all about the money, and especially in Hollywood, it's definitely all about the money.
There we go, back to the power game though. Forearm in the corner. Follows up, sends him back in. Oh, now the disrespect. This is more the common Shane Stevens that you see around the UK rings. Taking his time, showing disrespect. Stevens, you've impressed me so far.
Oh, I mean, Hollywood's just having fun now. I think he's got control. He's just going, yeah, I'll do this, I'll do this.
Well, he doesn't need to be a cheeky bugger about it. Beautiful, that's what I'm talking about. Beautiful body slam, power, execution. As I said earlier, Stevens hasn't really cheated during this match, which is his usual MO. But this game of one-upsmanship has made him cocky. Like that! RKO counter from the springboards.
That's impressive, that's impressive. Is it going to be a cover?
That's got to do it, that's got to do it.
2.
No!
Oh, barely a kick out at 2.
But there you go. There you go, Stevens. Go back to, if you want to win this match, Shane Stevens, and this is just my opinion, but go back to what you were doing at the start of this match. See, crowd is back on Peace's side. Take the crowd out, take Peace out, because right now, son, you're getting your butt kicked.
Hollywood, ignore these people, ignore them. Get up, turn around and punch him in the face. Punch him in the face.
Peace could be going for the RKO here.
Punch him.
Favourite manoeuvre of Peace. Sets up another tilt-a-whirl situation. What the heck? Oh, beautiful flapjack from the knees, from the tombstone position. That is not easy to do. And again, the power and the technique. And sorry, Shane Steve. Oh dear.
Remember, like any good Hollywood film, they need to last a little bit longer, give people a bit of hope, but then when the bad guy finally wins, you go, ah.
Make him last longer. Stevens hasn't put him on the casting couch, you know. But Stevens, Ross, he's got to be careful.
This could backfire on him.
He's set it up.
It's over.
Director's final cut.
Definitely over.
Peace is out. His hook's
Whoa.
it. Sunset flip has the cover.
3.
Wow.
And that's it.
Wow.
Oliver Peace.
How did that happen?
Sorry, I don't want to sound like I told you so. Agree with me or disagree with me here, Ross. But Stevens should have kept to his game plan. He didn't. He thought he had the momentum. He got cocky, and it cost him.
And he allowed the crowd to get into his head.
He had the power, he had the technique, he took the crowd out and away from Peace, but then it just went to his own head. One slip up, one mistake. What I was talking about earlier, 2 ways to win a match. Wait for the mistake or knock him the heck out. Peace waited for the mistake. That was it. Job done. Shane Stevens, impressive debut, but you've just cost yourself a win and the winner's share of that purse.
How much for a retake?